Hello, my darlings. My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. Capricorn, I'm going to do your summer reading for you. This is the last of my summer readings here on this beautiful Sunday in England. I am using 88 cards, which are all the major arcanas from 4 different tarot decks for you. And we're going to be doing a reading that's focusing on the wheel of life, the wheel of fortune, how those cycles in our lives impact us and why they're there for us. So if the reading resonates, you are simply remembering in divine timing what you already know within your soul. And if it doesn't resonate, my darling, it simply means it wasn't for you at this time. There'll always be a reading out there for you at exactly the right time, as guided by spirit. Thank you as ever for all of your wonderful messages. And if you would like a personal reading with me, all of the details are in the description box below. So this reading is for those that most need to hear the message today, or whenever spirit guides you to see the reading. And we're going to start with the first card, which is yourself. Where are you right now within yourself? Thank you, Spirit, for Capricorn. There we go. For those that most need to hear the message. So you've got the Moon card has come out. All sorts of interesting things are associated with the Moon card. And it is one of my favorite cards in the deck. It talks about a direction that you may be taking at this time, something that is evolving for you at this time, okay, my darling, that there are parts of it that you're not seeing or that you don't know about, and it's something hidden, okay? It's something that there's an unknown variable coming into your life. So it is about moving forward with a bold assertiveness I'm getting, but also authenticity. So don't make decisions and choices from fear now. Make decisions and choices that feel right, that feel good for you. So this is the Moon card. It says here on the front, listen to your intuition and pay attention to signs from the divine. Unnecessary worry, let go of your fears and revelations that will make everything clear. So because there is something unseen, something you may not yet have seen, there may be something evolving for you that you're not aware of all of it yet, or there's an unseen path. This is not a time to go rushing down something because you might miss something. This is a time to take a step back and observe what is there in front of you and start to feel your way around the connections to things that are happening in your life. Start to look at the weird and wonderful coincidences which are co-creating incidences between you and spirit. Your soul within you is connected to divine source energy. You are life itself, experiencing itself. So start to be aware of what might not be so obvious to you. See through things, feel your way around situations, read the energy of it as well. So that's where you are in terms of yourself at this time. Thank you, Spirit. But continue to have your sense of adventure, okay? Continue to have your sense of adventure, because that's wonderful. Now we're going to look, my darling, at your environment. So what may be impacting where you are, both positively and negatively, where you are right now within yourself. Thank you for Capricorn, their environment. Thank you, Spirit. That one wanted to come out. Oh, I like this card. This is the Sun card. This is the Great Mother. Beautiful. So the reason why you're being brave and beautiful in your approach at this time, okay, with this wonderful Great Mother, is you've accepted so many things, and you've accepted it's self-acceptance, this card. It is the card of, with the Sun card, it's the card of healing. It's the card of responsibility you've taken for yourself, for releasing things from your life. It's the sense of protectiveness and nurturing that you have given yourself. You have allowed yourself to, what I'm also receiving with this card is you're very protected and you understand that, but you've also taken yourself off. You've taken yourself off in solitude. You've taken yourself off where you've kind of removed from your life energies that caused you anxiety. And this is a card about the fact that because you have done this self-love, because you have mothered yourself, because you have nurtured yourself, you've encouraged yourself, you've cared for yourself, you are you're now in a space of being able to be a great teacher, a great nurturer as well. And you can remember, do you see all the poppies here? You can remember looking back at your life experiences, your past, you can remember now without anger. You can remember with understanding, with acceptance of all sides of the situation, with all sides of yourself, with all sides of others. You can see all of that. You have great balance within you, great understanding, great compassion for everything. But it has allowed you also to remember that you are a member of a part of all that is. You are life itself, experiencing itself. And I think that's beautiful. And it is also the acceptance, my darling. The environment you're in at the moment is to show you that you are perfect as you are. There is nothing more beautiful than a bud or a flower, an acorn or an oak tree. What is more beautiful? Everybody in their various stages of evolution, development are beautiful. They're all perfect as they are, because there is always a rhyme and a reason for why everybody is exactly where they are in their life at that time. So that is stunning, darling. So now we're going to look at winter for you. We're going to be looking at what you are not paying, what you are being asked to not pay attention to, but also what are the signs of, you know, as you go through this nurturing, this rest time, this taking yourself off in solitude because you like your own company. What is that allowing to come in the springtime for you? What is that allowing for the new shoots of growth? Thank you, Spirit. Winter for Capricorn. Thank you. Throughout. Balance, beautiful balance, doing things in moderation. Balance means temperance. Temperance means to temper, to pull back from, to allow, to release, to not hold on to. This is this wonderful temperance card for you this time. And if this is allowing you in this space, this is this winter card. Spirit is saying, continue to have the patience, okay? Continue to understand that this is a period of rest in winter. This is a period of nourishment and nurture of the basics, of the soil, which is the basics. Take your quiet walks, talk to your angels, talk to your guides. They're always there. They're always listening to you. Continue to understand that as you release your anxieties, give your anxieties and your worries over to God, over to Spirit, over to universe, and say, thank you. I understand that this has been taken care of for me, and I don't need to worry about it. Everything is evolving in its own natural way. And because of that, Spirit wants to remind you that you are exactly where you're meant to be on your life path right now, and that because you are taking this step back and balancing all the factors, all the aspects of your life, that you're now thinking with your heart, if I can say that. You're not thinking with the reactory space within your head, which is our identity, personality, and conditioning. You're thinking and feeling your way around this situation, and you're not rushing. You've slowed down, you're allowing it to evolve. And that says that you're going to have the attainment of what you are desiring. This is the Temperance card, but it's having patience that it's always happening in divine timing. It's always happening within the laws of the universe. It's happening spontaneously, although you can't see it. And that's the wonderful thing about this beautiful balance card, this Temperance card. And everything has a relationship to everything else. So maybe some things have to happen that you may be unaware of in order for you to have the attainment of your wish, of your goal. And that is why with this Moon card, Spirit is saying there is things yet unknown, things yet unseen, a path maybe not seen or looked at or yet shown to you, because it's not quite the right time for you now. But you know this, you're sitting there as the Great Mother. You're sitting there connected to everything with that awareness, with that understanding that everything, just like in nature, happens by itself spontaneously, and you're giving birth to something new, something beautiful at this time. So lovely, lovely, lovely start for you. Let's look at spring, about what's coming into tender little shoots of growth for you at this time. Too many cards, Spirit. But the one card that wanted to stay behind was the lovely Chariot, the Arabian white horse. You know, white horses are a symbol of clarity, of understanding. And you know, the Chariot card is an interesting card, because actually with this Chariot, these horses are behind. They're behind normally where the person would stand. So what this is saying to me, because this is the white horse of freedom, the white horse of clarity, the movement that you're taking in your life right now, this movement that you're taking in your life, you're taking from your feminine, divine feminine aspect of yourself, the side that is imaginative, the side that is creative, the side that is connected to source energy. You are soul driven at the moment, and that is wonderful. You are not driven now by reactions or hurts, you know, those ego based pain, body based reactions to things. You have self-control in a way of, you are self-aware. Thank you, Spirit. Your self-control is coming from your self-awareness at this time. And there's a real sense of movement and progression for you, which is wonderful. This is a really big advancement for you in some form of desire or plan or relationship or whatever it is that you're looking at. Do you see here with the little butterfly? It is transformative for you, and you are making beautiful spiritual headway. And if you haven't done something that you know that you are procrastinating about, Spirit is saying, come on, do it, make a move, take those baby steps, take that movement forward, because that momentum is building up, the momentum of what is happening behind you. And if you're doing it in a space, and I can't remember what I said now, I never can, but if you're doing it in a space of spiritual awareness and you're moving forward authentically, I can't speak, you are creating a beautiful energetic momentum behind you. So that is spring, my darling. That is the shoots of something starting to happen for you at this time. And always let your intuition lead as you're doing. Always let your creative expression lead. Always let your insights lead, because that is source wisdom leading for you. And then you follow it up with the practical steps and the little things that need to be done. So now we're going to look, that was spring. So we're now going to look at summer. So what is coming into bloom, blossom, fruit for you at this time? What are you happy about, joyful about, laughing from the rooftops about? What are you really, really content about? Thank you, Spirit. Summer for Capricorn. Thank you. That wanted to come out. Thank you, Spirit. What is this card? Your strength, your connection to source energy. What a wonderful card to come out here. This is, you're so happy about your understanding about who you are, your sense of enlightenment, your sense of spiritual prowess as well. The fact that you now can quieten your previous fears that you may have had in your life, and when you felt separate from all that is, and now you have an understanding you are connected to all that is. This is this connection to the universe, and it is allowing those fears to dissipate. You've got so much inner strength, you have so much willpower, you have the energy to move forward now, you have the enthusiasm, the drive to move forward, creating that momentum, looking to make that change in your life. And this is you've made a resolution for yourself that you're going to do this, whatever this is, you're going to do it. And that authentic will within you is God's will. Your will is God's will now, because it's that empowerment that you're feeling, that you're not in a reactory state anymore, you're in a response state. And the thing that I always like to say about the lion here is that the lion that we know within the environment that it lives in, with its family, with its pride, is that it doesn't really get involved in anything that's negative. It doesn't really get involved, does it? It just sort of detaches and observes and watches, and it might play occasionally with the cubs, but it'll only really get involved in a negative way. Well, let's not call it a negative way, but in a way of when it needs to quieten things down, when it needs to make order out of disorder, chaos, and there's chaos, there's been an eruption, cubs are being too playful, females are maybe fighting, it then steps in. So it is just a reminder for you that within this space, people do look at you, they do listen to you, they might ask for your assistance at times with advice. They might need your help because they understand that you can give the right advice. You're very authoritative in a very humble way within the space that you are, but choose as well about the balance of giving and receiving advice as well, and always ask for the right words as you do to say thank you, because then you're talking from your higher self and you're giving source wisdom. You are a messenger for spirit, a messenger for God, the universe at that time. But also choose to not get involved in things that don't really need your attention is another message from spirit. You focus, my darling, on your connection to source energy at this time, because that is your strength. That is the singular most important relationship you will ever have in your entire life. And from that, everything else falls into place. So that's stunning. And I'm now going to pull the autumn card for you, which is a time of release. But it's also a time of abundance with early autumn, late summer when the harvest comes in. So let's see what Spirit has for you for autumn. Thank you, Spirit. What wants to come out? Thank you. Autumn card for, oh, I missed it. I'm sorry, there it is. Well, my darlings, look at that. You've got the wheel. You've got the wheel, just what this reading's all about. So in your releasing, in your allowing, in your relaxing, in your receiving, you're allowing this beautiful wheel to turn, things to evolve in a natural way, the situation to evolve as it should be, progress, change, luck. You've made this happen, my darling, through your responsibility for yourself and your remembering and your awareness of who you are, your shift in energy. And this is all about the laws of the universe, the law of chaos and order, the law of attraction. This is all about you allowing and standing in the center and observing everything unfolding for you just as it should. Things leaving, things going, it doesn't matter. It's all change, it's all progress, it's all evolution, which only ever moves forward. And what I'm feeling with this, with the wheel and the moon, is don't get too fixated on a certain way, a certain direction you might be going, a certain thing that you might want in your life, because this is the universe's, spirits, your soul's way of telling you, hang on a second, there's something else. There's something else that is going to really surprise and delight you. There's something else that's unexpected. And if you are focused too much like that with a blinkered approach, you're not going to allow adjacent possibilities to come into your life at this time. So be ready and open to receive everything. One of my favorite things is to say, I am ready and willing and open to receive all that is intended for me. Thank you. I receive it with great gratitude. Thank you. And so that is what Spirit is asking you to release the hold on anything that you truly wish to happen, with the understanding with this moon that there is things that you don't yet know, things that you don't yet understand. And actually, when you look back in hindsight, when this wonderful surprise and delight and unexpected thing happens, which is your abundance, you'll go, oh, well, that's why that happened. Thank you, universe. There's always a rhyme and a reason to everything. And of course there is, because the universe is the omniverse, and it's all there is, arranged in a rhythmic pattern. So, my darling, I'm going to finish with one last card for you. Let's see what wants to come out for Capricorn as a last message. There we are. Initiation, number 2. So this is almost like the High Priestess card. This is a wonderful card, actually. It doesn't appear that often. Now, the crow there represents death and rebirth, but it also represents the kind of keeper of secrets, okay? So it's removing your hat. So what that says to me is that maybe this journey isn't quite as long as you may think it is. Wherever you lay your hat is your home. So this is all temporary, this is all fluid. But also you don't need the hat anymore. So whatever protection that you've been using, you don't need it anymore, my darling. There are things that in nature, just as in nature, there are things that are deceptive And so just to see what may be deceptive around you, what's been naturally also taken away from you. But with the foxes here, it talks about the awareness that you have, that problems are only problems when we think something hasn't worked out the way that we want it to do. And Spirit is saying, just because it hasn't worked out the way that you may have wished it to do, or it doesn't appear that it's working out that way, don't think for a minute that it hasn't worked out exactly the way that you would love it to, when you're aware of what it is that's coming in, this unexpected thing for you at the moment. And you know, the whole thing of this this card with the High Priestess is about you embracing, diving in, looking at the reflections of things, diving into the unknown, letting go of what has been, stepping into what is, looking at what you're carrying, my darling, and you know, where you are, attaching and observing and thinking to yourself, what do I need to carry in my life? What am I carrying that's too weighty for me? What responsibilities have I got? What haven't I let go of from the past at this time? And just also to look at also how we are so conditioned as well. This is initiation, a different way of looking at things, a different reflection of things, you know, conditioning within us that comes from generations of families and everything, society, can create a huge amount of confusion and doubt within us and lack of self-confidence within us, because we're taught from a young little person that we must have an identity, we must have a personality, we must be consistent. But when we're very little as babies, we have none of that awareness. And that's almost where Spirit wants you to go back into, that sort of, you don't know anything really about yourself. And this is an initiation, this beautiful period of your life now is an initiation for you truly to begin to have an understanding of who you are. And that is the universe experiencing itself. You are exactly that, and that is connected within you, and that will give you a pure reflection of yourself, because we can never really see ourselves. We can't see our back, can we? We can't see the top of our head. We only see how we are. We see things as we are, not necessarily as they are. So there is a need for you to do some shadow work, and what Spirit is saying with this is, and Carl Jung talks about, you know, everybody has a shadow. There is necessary shadow work to do, because it is only in understanding all aspects and sides of ourselves we can understand all aspects and sides of another. And within the space of understanding that you can't have the light without the dark, you can't have the front without the back, everything is in a duality. It is because of the shadow that we understand the light. It is because of the experiences that we go through that we understand who we are. There is a duality to it. That is the yin and the yang message for you. And so this is the High Priestess card, in that your observance at this time has been strong, that you are very committed to doing this. And because of that, the old is falling away. And just be open, my darling, just be open to embracing the unknown, embracing all of it, embracing uncertainty, because then in the unknown, there is infinite possibilities. There is nothing that can't happen for you. And I always feel that we are not told a lot of this stuff. We've got this moon card here. We're not told all of it, because if we were told, we would hold on to it and want to know when it's going to happen and who it's going to happen with, almost down to the second. So we're not told, because then we can't stop it coming towards us. And then it's a lovely surprise and delight. And you have got a lovely surprise and delight that, as long as you keep moving forward with your authentic self and keep doing this shadow work and keep being open to bracing it all, and where you're standing with your courage and your compassion and your perseverance at this time is just wonderful, darling. So that was a lovely end of the summer reading. So thank you, Capricorn. I trust that it has helped those that have resonated with this reading, and I look forward to doing another one for you soon. But in the meantime, do enjoy my daily readings. Take care, my darlings, and so much love. Bye-bye.